Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm like a dark. Welcome to my page. Which my page is about common sense, and I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, if it goes over 10 minutes, if it goes over 10 minutes, that means there's something very, very, very important. And not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like AWASI, people like DMT. Listener discretion is advised. Going down that rabbit hole, not up your asshole. Okay. Going once, going twice, no sell. Get the hell out of here before you go to hell. Okay. My videos are not for the general masses of asses. I speak my mind and I speak my opinion. Okay. I don't break the law. I'm not ambitious. But I do talk about topics that a lot of people don't talk about on the internet. But I want to talk about this one subject. Very, very important subject. And I think I made this video before. Now, as I said before, if my YouTube gets removed or the channel gets removed, that means that the YouTube is pretty strict. And I don't really care too much about it. I'm just going to go right to, what's it called, a Rumble. I'm going to go to Rumble and make my videos, okay? Because that's the only safe place I can just speak my mind without worrying about jibber-jabbering and on a platform where I can't say what I feel, okay? And I'm not breaking any policy. It's just they use too much of algorithms. Is it a thunderstorm? Huh. But anyway, let's get on with the topic for today. I still got a few of my channels still up. It's still pretty good. But they removed a lot of my old channels. And it's pretty bad, guys, because they're too sensitive. Okay, YouTube is very sensitive. So let's get on with the topic for today. I've been talking for like 1 minute and 52 to get the majority of masses asses off. I want to talk about difficulty levels in games. What makes a game a 9, 8, 9, or 10? In my definition. Now, there's different types of people out there. There are the girly girl gamers who play on the mobile devices, okay? The Candy Crush type and the Bubble Bobble type girls. Those are girly games. We guys know those are girly games. And most guys don't play basic simple matching games. If you ever find a man or who's playing those games, you better beware. That person might not have a lot of marbles up there. If a guy's playing Tetris, okay, you know, I'm like, and then you ask him, do you play Call of Duty? You got to understand the logic that goes along with that in his life, okay? I'm like, you playing matching color games, okay, with no goal in mind, okay? You know, just understand, that's the lowest you can go, okay? I'm a veteran gamer. I've been playing games ever since the Vectrex came out, baby. The black box and DOS, okay? Remember DOS? You got to stick the whole entire DOS disc inside of the machine, King's Quest and all that. I used to play that, and then it was on a black box called the Vectrex, which is worth like $1,500 now these days. Atari 2600, ColecoVision, Sega Master System. I was there. Yes, I am 52. Yes, shooting 3-point hook shots on your head, okay? No diddy, okay? But because I practiced that shit for many years. But you gotta understand the particular type of game, okay, and who's judging the game. Sometimes I'm making this video because I see geeks and nerds giving Elden Ring and Sekiro 9s and 10s, but you got to understand their mindset before you understand why they give it a 9 or a 10. Okay, now to me, I like to think on both sides of the fence. I'm like right there, Renaissance, who's into all sorts of knowledge and everything. I'm like right there, so they have to take in consideration why they give it a 9. They have to give at least 2 to 3 different ratings. Okay, and usually I just don't give a broad description on what it is. Okay. Like, I do give a description, but for each category of persons trying to play the game. Like, for example, like girly girl games, like Bubble Bobble and fucking Tetris, okay, and Candy Crush. Those games, those people who play those games is most likely not to even play casual gamers or difficult games like Elden Ring, okay? They need something that can hold their hand and they can never die, all right? Because they don't have the time for the stress. The very feminine side of gaming, you should already know. Bibble Bobble, whatever those games. I see my daughter. I tested my daughters while they're growing up. I can easily see their logical side of their minds if they start to play those games. I say, hey, I give them an option. Play this, play that, and see what they like. Because I played the hard games when I was younger. I'm the one who beat Batman from Son for Sauce. I'm the one who beat the Zelda game on Nintendo. I beat Battle of the Olympics. I played ActRaiser. I played Donkey Kong. I beat all those games. Those two games to me were hard, but they had a certain control to it, essence that made it fun. All right. So now you have to understand there's three types of people: the girler, gamey type girls, okay, who play those simple games. Then there's the casual gamer, and then there's the hardcore gamer. I only need to knock it down to three, okay? Okay, I've been talking for 5 minutes in here. Three categories, okay? Most games with the little gamer girlers, okay, or effeminate soy boys, they don't like those casual gamers games, and they don't like them difficult games. So they're gonna definitely give it a low score. So when a geek or a nerd or a hardcore gamer plays for difficulty spikes, they're gonna give it a 9. Okay, they're gonna give it a 10. Me, I try to give an overall number because I want to look at is there an adjustable difficulty level in the game, right? So that means that the developers had enough thought to think about everyone rather than just one side of the spectrum. Whenever you have a developer, so now I'm going psychosis on you down here, and they create a game, and they have no care in the world for the gamer girls, the casual gamers, but they're only thinking about the difficulty, that gets a lower rating than expected. Alright, so that's how my mind thinks. I'm like, okay, you create the game. Is it for all types of players? Okay, right? Is there an easy mode? There's a normal mode, and then there's a hard mode. We already know that when you're a developer, we should cater, you as a developer should cater to all three genres. Now, there's some motherfuckers out there who love Elden Ring and Sekiro, because Sekiro, that shit is harder than Elden Ring. I can get into Elden Ring. I know I can beat Elden Ring, but I don't have the time for it these days. But I love difficult games when it has fluid control and you have multitudes of chances of coming back. I played Bulletstorms. I played all the sword games. The great lores and the stories of Zelda, Legend of Zelda. Zelda is more fun than Elden Ring, obviously. The fun factor for me is in the middle, where it's not so difficult to where you're stressed. When you get stressed, that's on the geeky, nerdy side, or the hardcore gamer type of guys. And they like that difficulty. So that's why they give it a higher number, okay? So now you understand where I'm coming from. If I were to play Elden Ring or any type of game, and it doesn't have an easy mode after I got my ass whipped 100 to 500 times, the game gets a lower score, to my perspective, okay? Now, you can judge all you want. But that's all I really want to say about that. I see Sekiro, it's harder than Elden Ring. And I played those games, and I was like, yo, why is it so hard? I thought games were supposed to be about fun. But you have these knuckleheads, I call them knuckleheaded people who love torture. They're, we call it masochists. They love to get beaten over and over and over. You gotta watch that. That's more on the white side of things, okay? We ain't gonna talk about racism too much, but on the race ethnicity, okay, it's gonna be like black people don't got no time for that shit, okay, all right? So if you're a black guy playing those difficult games, okay, kudos to you. You must have got the genetic gene structure to play those games. I have no time for those games. I've been paid to play Sekiro, and I got caught up on the second or third boss, I think it was, and I'm like, why you only get like 3 heals? Why can I not level up and practice? See, these questions have to come into play when you playing games like, I beat Hollow Knight. I beat all of the DLC in Hollow Knight because the control was too sharp. I swear to you not, the control is sharper than Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight versus Silk Song. Hollow Knight beats it hands down. If I can play Hollow Knight and change the characters out, I would definitely give it a high score, but when I play Silk Song, it's a bit more difficult. You gotta get used to some intuitive moves. You gotta practice or get good, they want to say, okay, all right? But that's all I really want to say about it. I give Silk Song a lower rating, but I never beat that game because I had a hard time adjusting to the tools, okay? And I didn't know how to utilize them, but I was like, why do I have to go through a fetch quest to do all this shit in the first place? But that's all I really want to say, because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And that's it. Okay, you know, just be at peace. Life is already hard enough. Peace.